Hello, everyone from Akasa Living. Today, I have a topic that might be a bit unexpected for you all. I want to talk to you about moving on. Yesterday was the 222 portal. You all notice I did not do anything with the 222 portal yesterday. The 222 portal could mean many things. For those in twin flame world, though, 111, take it times 2, and you have 222. And so many equate it with twin flame. And of course, 1 times 2 is 2. And many equate it with relationships. There was much out there about it being about the transformation of relationships, the choosing, making significant relationship choices. There are many other things that 222 can mean. You can add it up to 6, and there's all kinds of numerology things you can do with it. As with all energetic portals, the truth of the matter is portals are points of energetic transference. So anytime we have portal energy going on, we take whatever is going on in our lives and we simply choose to use that energy for the transference that is for our best and highest good. We raise our vibrational frequency and we use that energy to transmute and to grow and to go in the direction of our best and highest good, to call ourselves back to ourselves, to release all energetic entanglements, to send only high vibrational energy back to the source of whoever we may have been tangled with, whatever the reason. Let the reasons go, the reasons are irrelevant. And we simply go to the present across all time, space, universes, lifetimes, dimensions, and incarnations, past, present, and future. And we come to the now. And we balance everything, we center everything. And we use whatever portal it is, however the numbers add up. And we choose to use our energy, our energetic bandwidth, and go forward. So I didn't get too into the 222 from the standpoint of what does it mean, but it was a powerful portal. And we can still feel the effects of it. As you all know, all cosmic portals, we have a little bit of effect before, a little bit of effect after. People did not sleep the night before. Some people didn't sleep last night, and people are still feeling the effects. But our chakra system, all chakras are points of energetic transference. We are always transferring energy. Anytime we communicate in any way, we're transferring energy. So yes, it is wonderful to use the extra energies that are sometimes out there cosmically, the portals such as 222, or when Pluto is in play because of what's going on with Pluto and the moon, and to know all of those things, which we have going on right now. But all of these energies that are in flux, the basic thing to know is, what is your best and highest good? Pull yourself to that. Raise your vibrational frequency to that, and use whatever is going on energetically to go forward in that direction without illusion or delusion, but in reality, in this dimension, sovereign of self, without any other aspect controlling anything, but bringing pure source energy all the way down to be living out the best as above, so below personification of energy possible through you. That's what we're here to do. So use whatever energetic foothold we have, whatever extra energetic oomph may be out there for us on any given day. Use it for that. But know that that's what the chakra system is always for. And the chakra system is a massive communication system. It's where all points of energy are transferred. It's where we communicate within ourselves. We communicate with others around us. It's where our environment around us is communicating with us. It is how source is communicating with us. It is where we take sovereignty of self and control what is communicating with us, what we are accepting, and what we are putting out. So I didn't get too into the whole 222 thing, but I did want to talk today about the fact that, yes, that happened. Many people were feeling a lot of heavy energies. And why were they feeling heavy energies if this is a portal, a powerful portal of energies that we could be using for good things, for relationships? Well, energy is energy, neither bad nor good. What we do with it, we choose. And as a collective right now, especially those twin flame or other high vibrational relationships, many who have awakened to what we are, or are awakening to what we are, had been involved in these relationships where they've been mostly in the ethereal. And there's been a lot of telepathy, a lot of energetic transference in the ethereal, a lot of contact there. But in the natural here, the contact has been very disappointing. It has not led to satisfying relationships. And many that I'm talking to have actually come to a point where they have helped facilitate healing for their energetic counterpart, whether this be a soulmate, a twin flame, whatever. But have moved on from all of it in the natural, in the 3D, if you will, in this reality. You see, anything that we are not actually doing is illusion. It can feel good because we can go there energetically. An aspect of us is experiencing it. But we're being robbed of that energy for this time that we are incarnate. Source energy, pure source energy, wants the best and highest experience for us possible individually. So it wants to come down through us and incarnate, and for us to have the best experience possible. But as it slows its molecules down, by necessity, there are different aspects that form. Well, all those aspects have their own level of conscious awareness because they are different vibrational frequencies. So different levels of conscious awareness, just like we have the least amount of conscious awareness of what's going on because we're the densest. But being the densest means we have the most tactile experience, the most physical experience. So they all want the most physical expression of their energetic nature. So it's not necessarily on their agenda for us to have best and highest good. It's sometimes, what do they want us to do? So that's what we have to transcend. And they're very good at working our ego to get us trapped into limited belief systems so that we do what they want and we live our lives according to what they want. And for us, that's illusion because it's not manifesting in reality here. Energetically, they're enjoying it in there. They're feeling, experiencing it through us. But for us, it doesn't work out. That's the stuff that we think should happen and is not. I got that energetic hit. I know I'm supposed to do that. That relationship's supposed to work. Why is it such a disaster? Well, it's because in that plane of existence, it's working out, or it's what they wanted. But the physicality of it, the reality of it is not happening here. You have gotten the hit and you're aware that the other person, the counterpart to that, has not acquiesced to the same intuitive hit. They're doing some other thing. So you're not resonant energies. You're not in sync. You're not doing this. And if you try to get them to, well, it doesn't work. And if they try to get you to, that doesn't work. That's why we have to be in sync. So the energy we want to be in sync with, it can be energies that are aspects, and that can flow along okay. But our best and highest good is pure source energy. That is going to be the fullest expression of the energy that we are, of source energy. That is going to be our best and highest good in this timeline. And that is when we are living reality. It's when the best and highest good is actually happening for us. And we're not letting these different aspects of ourselves convince us, no, it's supposed to be this way. And so we're caught up in this notion of it's going to happen. I was told it's going to happen. I know it's going to happen. That's my person. It's going to happen. They've got us caught up in this limited belief, this notion. And they've got us doing everything, bending that person like a pretzel, or trying to, or bending ourselves like a pretzel to be what that person wants or whatever. And that's not unconditional love. And our purest form is unconditional love. This is where all the unhealthy energetic behavioral patterns come from that we have and that we've been taught are the way that we're supposed to live. It's where our societal programming, our societal expectations, it's where all of that has come from. So it doesn't make any of us bad, good. There's no labels for it. It's what we have known, because we haven't known we're energetic beings. We haven't known any of this. We have not been consciously aware of it. We're only now waking up to it. We're only now waking up to, hold on a second. I'm getting energy from someplace higher up that is guiding me to not listen to these things I thought were my guides. I'm getting energy that is saying, no, there's a better way. And yeah, I know what they're telling you, but you notice that's not happening, right? Yeah. It's not happening because they're wanting to live through you. And that's not your best and highest good. And it's not in sync. It's not in resonance with. That's why you're not attracting that in, or you attract it in and then it leaves, is because they're not staying in sync with you. It's not staying in sync with you because all of that is not stable energy. You're not able to stay in frequency, because you're jumping timelines, as people say, or you're changing aspects. You'll have people who'll say, I feel like there's 4 or 5 of me. There's probably a lot more than that, to be perfectly honest. But when we transcend all of that and we connect, we use our chakra system. Well, like chakra system? I thought that's just when we went to yoga and we sat there really straight and we aligned some colored lights in the center. We're a massive chakra system, much more than that. But that's a good starting place. When we use our chakra system and we align our energies and we connect with source and we bring source energy in, pure source energy in to the heart space. And we use our high heart chakra to bridge to our throat chakra, so we understand clearly what it is we're doing. And we have our energy column then open wide. So we have massive amount of source energy coming down then to fuel us, to power us. So we have the best energetic bandwidth possible for this lifetime. And then we go forward without illusion, without delusion. But no, I'm on my highest timeline. Best and highest good. As above, so below. What source energy is saying, this is the best for us, because we are one and the same. And you've transcended all those. You finally are communicating with me. So I'm sending it down to you. We're communicating. We're skipping those things. God and man, or universe and man, or source and man, finally touching fingers, okay, in the heart space, where the high heart chakra finally is there and meets and bridges us together. So many who have been on these twin flame journeys, these trying to go through spiritual awakening and get with their counterpart or whatever. This is the runner chaser thing they've been experiencing, the disappointment they've been experiencing, et cetera, et cetera. And it's been culminating over the past few months. We had the void energy where, where's my person? They're not there. And I feel myself being reattuned, We talked about that a lot. Reattunement is simply you're pulling your chakra system into alignment. You're aligning all your chakras with your best and highest good. You're finally transcending everything and connecting with pure source energy. And you're going on with your reality without the illusion. And you're having your best life possible, regardless of what that counterpart that you were made aware of, because most did not ask for it. Almost all counterparts, twin flames, high vibrational soulmates, whatever you want to call them, however you want to label them, almost all were oblivious to all of this and were sitting around, and one day they got the intuitive hit and they were like, holy smokes, what just happened to me? They didn't ask for this. It was a point in time that we were in. There was an energetic reason for it, and all those reasons why, well, we've moved past them, or at least those who are in this particular energy at this time have. So I'm hearing from many who are like, yeah, I've worked through it. I feel like energetically that person has reached where they were supposed to. I've done what I was supposed to, but I've freed myself from it in reality. Yes. Yes. I don't want anyone beating themselves up over, oh my God, I've wasted 2 years, 4 years, 6 years, 10 years, 5 years, 6 months, whatever, thinking I was supposed to be with this person, or thinking I had this connection to someone that I didn't have, or I don't even believe in that now. I don't want you to think or feel any of those things. Everything that you went through was real and true. What we experience, we're really experiencing. It's the level of consciousness we're in. It's where we are at, and it's where source energy is trying to reach us at, and it's what we're working through to transcend to get to source energy. So everything you went through, you needed to go through, and it involved this person. So it involved this person. There was nothing to feel like you didn't waste any time. You did what you needed to do. That person was here. That person is connected to you in that way. You did your part to get yourself where you needed to be, and that involved this person and that connection, and you were connected in that way. And whatever, however that unfolded or didn't unfold or whatever, it is where it is now. But you're feeling that enough. I want reality. And this has been illusion. Where at one time I was getting clearly that this person was going to come in and align. I've even felt them energetic align. I've been called up for moments where we've been talked to in alignment. So many of you have had that experience. But it was not maintained. That person did not hold that energy. You've transcended the aspects that were fighting so hard for that. And you've reached pure source energy now, and pure source energy has said, your best and highest good is to let the full expansiveness of pure source energy come down through you. Feel the unconditional love that you are. Be in that unconditional love and go forward and attract to you that which is in alignment with you. And even though, yes, it perhaps should be that energy, it's not. You would be back in illusion. You would be back telling yourself something that may or may not happen. So let it go. No regrets, no. And if you try to talk to them about it, they're going to hear you're blaming me. You're saying da da da. No, I'm saying this is what happened, and these were the actions, and I'm taking responsibility for my part. And I'm going forward. And I'm just hoping you can look into the mirror that is you. Because it's time you were a mirror for yourself. because I'm not going to be a good one for you anymore because I've transcended all that. Some of you looked in to a mirror for yourself and you saw your actions clearly. So you can continue to work on you because we're not a mirror for one another anymore. I've transcended that. I'm not staying in the energy of being your mirror, nor do I want you as mine. Thank you. There's no hard feelings. There's been hurt. There's been damage. There was healing to do. There was much potential. But we were never like this, or if we were, not for any extended period of time. One was doing this or doing this. One was talking transcendence and unconditional love, and the other one was hearing whatever. Different levels of consciousness. So light and love to you. I'm sorry you're hearing blame. Blame is not what I'm saying. I'm trying to explain to you what has happened, but again, we're at different levels of consciousness. That doesn't make me better than you. It means I'm talking apples, you're hearing oranges, or you're hearing apples and I'm talking oranges, whichever. It means I was here. Now I'm here. I transcended. My frequency has changed. Where you were and where you go to is relevant to you. It's very important. When we think about the fact that, well, I went up in frequency and they didn't. That doesn't mean you were like this. You were never like this, or you would have been in union. So you were never at the same frequency. Okay? You kept transcending relative to where you were. And wherever they were, they transcended as well. But you were never in the same arena to begin with. So no matter, you never transcended the same. And you never got into the same arena. Could you at some point? Possibly. But there again, you're going back to the illusion of what may happen. And when we do that, we put ourselves in a loop that keeps us from going forward. Well, that may happen, so, well, no, go forward. If it happens, it happens. And maybe that works and you attract it in, and maybe it doesn't, and it doesn't matter, because maybe tomorrow, none of us are here for it to matter anyway. Tomorrow, your life is going to be entirely different, and you don't know what theirs is going to be either, so keep going. But the fact that you transcended and no longer want to be a mirror with them, or no longer even see them as a mirror for you. Yes, you see how they were a mirror for you, and you were a mirror for them. But you see that, okay, we've been there, we've done that. And I see that the core things are always going to be there, and there's always going to be that because we were, especially twin flame. So I see that the connection is always going to be there from that standpoint, but I'm even transcending that because I'm letting that go. I don't need you for my mirror. I can be my own. Because when I look in the mirror, I see apples. When you look in the mirror, you see oranges. So we're not even good mirrors for each other. We should have been, ideally, but we weren't in ideal situations. Therefore, we were not. So there was no blame. I'm trying to communicate to you what happened, and you're hearing blame. I'm trying to communicate to you behavioral style differences that are unconditional love and that are not. Because unconditional love is healthier. But again, we're talking two different languages, and there's no judgment there because we were all taught unhealthy behavioral styles because it's how the world functions. So I have no judgment against you for them. But I won't be a part of them any more than I have to be. I'm still a part of this world. I still have the capability of spiraling back down into them myself. So I have to transcend as much of that as possible and to put myself in resonant energies and go forward on my timeline away from that type of stuff as much as possible so I don't spiral back down into it. And you've chosen to continue much of that. No judgment. But if I continue to try to maintain this energetic attachment we have, even though it is a basic energetic attachment, that keeps me coming down. For me, what is down from where I've transcended to, for relevant to where I was, doesn't mean you're lower than me, but it puts me going back to energetic behavioral styles that we have been taught are right and best and the way it should be, and it's simply not. They're not unconditional love. But you don't know that till you know it. You don't know it till you know it. It doesn't click till it clicks, and there's no judgment there. But I'm sharing it with you. I'm trying to share it with you so you'll look in the mirror and one day you'll be like, oh, that's what she meant or he meant. I get it now. I hope. But if not, okay. That's not on me either. Light and love to you. From source energy, not from mine. I release all energetic ties with you. I pull myself back to myself. And I'm going forward. And that is what many who have been on twin flame or divine counterpart or some sort of journey of that nature have come to. Not because of the thing that, so many said, oh, that's all it's ever been about is teaching us to heal, et cetera, et cetera. No. But because the two energies were never able to align, and therefore that is what it became. And therefore it's what it is. For those who were able to align, wonderful. And for those who weren't, wonderful. Look how far you've come. Both of you. Different places. But you'll get there. Where? Where you get to. And there's no judgment, wherever that is. I just hope it's the best and highest good for you. Because that's wonderful. Now, all of that said, that's why the energies were heavy yesterday, is many who feel that energetic break, feel that, oh, hold on, where's that energy that's been helping me all this time? Where does it go to? I miss it. Felt it also in the 3D or feeling it in the 3D. And they're like, I don't really want that person, but I want that person. Where's my person? Well, they're not my person. I don't even want them for my person, but I kind of want them for my person. And so all of that was going on. And those who have made the decision, who have transcended, and they had to rise above those energies and use the 222 portal energy yesterday for positivity to keep going forward. If they allowed themselves to be pulled into that collective energy of, where's my person? Where's that energy? Where did it go? See the lights go up. Where did that go? Then they would be pulled back down and have all that to go through again. So that was the heaviness. That's why people weren't sleeping, et cetera, et cetera. We had energies, pulling on energies, trying to keep them in these loops, which were not positive energy loops. These were not positive energy exchanges. These were divine counterparts and twin flames and soulmates, et cetera, that were giving energy and not getting anything back in return, most of them. Or what they were getting was not much or erratic at best. So yesterday, those energies were pulling heavily. And so sensitives were feeling that heaviness. Those who relate to this area of energy that I'm talking about. Others may have been feeling different things with the 222 portal. But those that I was in touch with, those who are in touch with me, this is what they were sensing and what they were talking to me about. Now, why did I share all of this with you since I didn't talk about it yesterday? I'm sharing it with you today because many are in my age category and many are female who transcended and let go of the male energy. Setting use divine masculine, divine feminine. Y'all know my hang up there. There's the allowing and acting energies, and I don't hold with labeling energies as feminine or masculine, which we have done. And so, but many females were the ones who felt like they were doing the chasing, and there were many males who were doing the running. It is not all cases, but many of the cases that's what they were. And so many of them are 50s, 60s, 70s, my age group. And what I want to talk to you about is lack of intimacy. Many have gone now for 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, 5 years, longer, with decreased amount of physical intimacy. Now, I come from the chronic pain, invisible illness world, and I talked about lack of physical intimacy very openly there and the issues with it. One, physical intimacy causes endorphins to be released. It's natural pain relief, okay? It's natural feel-good stuff. It's better than taking medication, all right? So physical intimacy is something that we should not shy away from because we're in pain, whether it be emotional, spiritual, mental, or physical. It is something we should find a way to have. But of course, it should be healthy physical intimacy, not intimacy for the sake of intimacy. We all have talked extensively about the fact that it should be resonant energy. But many of these relationships were not that. Many were, there was very little sex, if any sex involved. And this has not been healthy for that age group of female. In the medical world, if you Google what happens if a woman doesn't have sex, you'll read things like, well, they're at a higher chance for a cardiovascular disease because they're not getting as much estrogen and progesterone. And well, that's true. That's true. They're missing out. A few of them will get to the elasticity of the vagina and talk about how, especially with a postmenopausal woman, that once that's lost, it's very difficult to get back, and can require intervention to get it back. But there's much more to it than that. There are whole groups out there talking about surgeries even that they've had to have over literal physical pain that has developed, nerve issues that have developed over lack of use of the vaginal muscles, over the pelvic muscles because of lack of sexual intercourse. And this doesn't have to be because of runner-chaser issues. This can be because of bad marriages. It could be bad relationships, period. It can be whatever. But lack of intimacy for women who are older is an issue. It's an issue. And so much of the energy being felt yesterday were women who were older, who have suffered from lack of intimacy. And I'm talking specifically sexual intimacy. Yeah. Now, we are energy that is expanded and wants to have a tactile experience, the best and highest good tactile experience, not just any sexual experience for the sake of sexual experiences, but what's going to be resonant and healthy. So that is the energy we're to be allowing to come down, and that we're to be living as above, so below, not just any of these aspects in between. Those are when we get into having non-resonant relationships and our lives are chaotic. So we want to get ourselves into alignment. We want source energy coming in. We want to pull those energies in, and we want to have those wonderful resonant relationships so we can have healthy sexual relationships, because energy wants a tactile experience. Yeah, folks, that means energy would like to have intercourse. Now, I know some out there are going, oh, Alicia, she didn't just say that. Yes, she did. That is one of the things that they can't do here. They can't eat. You'll hear people who have had near-death experiences, and they've come back and they've said they talk about how they can't speak, and they can't enjoy food. And yeah, right, because it's energy. It's not tactile. We are the reason they've sacrificed the level of consciousness, and they're trying to figure out, okay, how do we communicate with that denser energy that isn't aware? How do we make them aware? The reason they have sacrificed that and are working so hard at how do we do this is for the density that we are, to have the tactile experience. And this body doesn't stay healthy without sexual tactile relationships. And not just sex for the sake of sex, but emotionally healthy. Because if it's not resonant energy, we end up in chaotic energies. You cannot separate the two, not for moral reasons, but for energetic reasons, which I've explained over and over and just explained to you. It has to be resonant energy that we're with. Without this, it's not just that we're going to have physically cardiovascular disease, perhaps. It's not that, just that the vagina is going to lose elasticity. Those things happen. But physical pain starts. The nerves become involved. These women end up having surgeries. These women end up having extensive physical therapy, embarrassing physical therapy, trying to get rid of this physical pain that they're experiencing, because energetic needs are not being met. Because that is why their energy was slowed down to begin with, to have as above, so below. Above, their unconditional love that wants to experience love tactile. Not sex for the sake of sex, but healthy intimacy. So yes, there are exercises you can do, but I'm sorry, folks. While it may exercise does cause endorphin release, yes, and you can stretch the muscles out that way. It's not arms holding you. It's not the same. It is not the as above that they're looking for, so below that they're looking for. They're looking for the full-blown romantic love experience that is healthy between two people, that is resonant energies. Because that's how energy bonds. No moral reason. No, there's no moral judgments here. We're talking how energy works and what energy is looking for. We have, why they did divine feminine, divine masculine. I don't like that, because then it makes it sound like we're saying it has to be a divine feminine and divine masculine. They get together and then we get into that. And no, we're not saying that. But there are two types of energy within us. There's a reason for that. It's the two types of energy that bonds. Two energies bond. That's how we started out. We were one, we divided, we come back together to two. And that's the goal. Healthy, resonant energies. And if it's not your twin flame, your divine counterpart, whatever, however you want to look at it, then it has to be a high vibrational soulmate, someone you will resonate with. And it can't be sex for the sake of sex. It has to be healthy. It has to be resonant energies. An orgasm is not just an orgasm. Yes, a woman can cause herself to have an orgasm, and how many? At least 3 a week is what I have a friend that has gone through all of this. I know there are groups out there for these people where their doctors are advising this is what is required to keep these tissues and these muscles healthy, etc., and to get them back to healthy and to maintain it. 3 orgasms a week. These runner chaser scenarios that have been going on, some are saying I didn't get 3 in a year, or at least not with a partner. And they're not the same. Self-induced is not the same. The same muscles aren't used, the same places aren't reached, the same stretching out is not done, and the same tactile experience overall is not had. So the physical well-being, the energetic well-being of the females involved in these relationships has not been tended to for extended periods of time now. And these are real issues. Real issues. And the collective is feeling them. They're not sleeping. Those with chronic pain, invisible illness issues, or with other pain issues are experiencing increased pain. This is remembered pain. This is past traumas coming back around. I've explained enough of it, I think. I think y'all get the gist of it. Those who accept that this is about resonant energies, accept it. Those who want to hear, oh, she's being the sex police again, or telling us what's morally right or wrong, or whatever you choose to hear, that's what you hear. If that's what you were going to hear, you didn't listen this long anyway. We are going to do a meditation where we go in and we go to that place where we meet with source energy. And we accept that we are here. We are here for as above, so below, the expansiveness of as above. And that unconditional love as above, we're meant to have below. And that includes intimacy. That we have the right to that. That is a part of the experience we came here for. And we stop feeling guilty over it. We stop thinking that we can't talk about it. We stop thinking that we can't tell the men that we meet or the women that we meet or however. We need to talk about this. This is an issue. I've been 6 years in a twin flame situation, runner chaser situation. I haven't been intimate all this time. I've been having to seek therapy over it. I've been having to have physical treatment over it. I've had PT now for 2 years over it. I've worked on the muscles. I've been This is an issue. I want resonant intimacy. We need to talk about what that means. We need to understand we have the right to say, I want an orgasm too. I want held afterwards. I want held before. I want talked to. I don't want sex for the sake of sex. And we're not going to fix the problem by having sex for the sake of sex. We're only going to complicate the problem more, because our sacral chakras and our root chakras are going to need to be cleared. And then we're going to have that to deal with. And then still be in the same situation we are now. So we're going to do a meditation where we bring our vibrational frequency up, where we meet source energy, and where source energy fills us. And we allow source energy to guide us to these beautiful relationships, these soulmate relationships, where the person is going to see us as their partner that they want to be intimate with, as an equal positive energy loop in every way. They want to talk to you. They want to spend time with you. They want to do things with you. They want to hold you. They want to have orgasms with you, and not one every 6 months. They understand you're supposed to have at least 3 a week to be healthy, and they're happy to oblige because they know you doing it by yourself is not the same, and you can have those conversations. So we're going to do a meditation that helps you feel confident enough to know you have a right to have those conversations. Doesn't make you bad. Be damned the societal programming around it all. I'm certainly not the sex police, folks. I'm anything but. I'm about unconditional love at the highest vibrational frequency, coming down and experiencing the fullest expression of tactility, but resonant. So your life is beautiful and orderly, not chaotic. So if you'd like to light a candle, please do so. If you want crystals, I have blue ones around because much of this is about communication. I have amethyst because I always have amethyst around because it is, well, of course, violet for the violet flame, violet, which is the healing light of this age, of course. I have some yellow and reddish and orange ones, yellow for our strength, also for our solar plexus, but also for wisdom and for sunshine and joy and bliss. And then the reds and oranges for our sacral chakra and our root chakras, which are our sexual and manifesting, because that's what all of these things are. Blue is also our unconditional love, which guards and heals the back of our heart chakras. And wisdom, which the throat chakra contains wisdom as well, wisdom of understanding what our heart chakra is getting. Red is also or pink for the heart chakra. Green, I really don't have green over here, but I do have the aquamarine for the high heart chakra, so that whatever you are getting through the heart chakra is being bridged, so that the throat chakra is getting the right communication and understands it correctly. So I have just about everything here except a pure green, I would say, pretty much. So I don't have any white here, but so white is so we can keep that causal chakra clear of the other aspects, and no, y'all don't get to interfere. Y'all have to, unless it's purity of heart, unless you have my best and highest good in mind. Don't go talking with my ego here and y'all tying me into limited beliefs and we're transcending all that. So none of that stuff. All right. So if you want crystals, yes, gather those up. And there'll be extended play music at the end, of course. I'm going to keep it short and just take you up to, I'm going to get you to the point you need to be, get you to the frequency of energy and just let you absorb the energy. If you get any messages, you may not be aware of them during the time. It may be that if you free right afterwards, that's when your message will come. Or it may be during dreams that you get them, or it may just be that you just know and you just feel it, however source and your clairvoyance works, all your clair abilities work. And don't limit that either. If you've not gotten it one way, but only gotten information from source one way before, be open to other ways. Okay. So, all right, let's sit straight or lie straight so our energy column is straight. Put ourselves in a pyramid and fill it with pink transcendent love. You may call in ancestors or other beings of the light or angelic beings or whoever you work with for your best and highest good, whatever your practice is. Please do that now. As we fill the pyramid with pink transcendent love, and I'm going to call in pure source energy as well, please. Just pure white light from source. Please come down and fill the pyramid as well. And then put us in another pyramid with pink transcendent love everywhere, pink light, raising our vibrational frequency. There we go. More source energy coming in. And another pyramid. Pyramids, of course, enhance the energy that's around us. More source energy. Tap on the place between the throat and the heart, the high heart chakra. Activate the high heart chakra. And then a circle around that area. And then the breastbones. Let's activate those scapula chakras. Let's get ourselves feeling fortified and strong. And there we go. And let's get that chakra system opened wide now. Now let's ask Source to pour down like a waterfall through our chakra system, cleansing, aligning, calibrating perfectly for each of us as the energy pours down now through the chakra system, making sure that our chakra system is aligned perfectly for us. All the chakras in perfect working order for us, so that we are without illusion or delusion, but are living our best and highest timeline in reality in this lifetime. Without any interference across all time, space, universes, lifetimes, dimensions, or incarnations, past, present, or future, all energetic holds are released. Whether we instituted them or aware of them, or whether they were put upon us, whether we're holding on or someone else is holding on to us, whether it's thoughts, words, deeds, physical, mental, whether it's ceremonial, whatever it may be, there is nothing that source energy cannot simply undo. We are energy, and we release ourselves completely. Source energy releases us completely. Our energy is completely free. We are above all entanglement. We raise all energy as we call it back to ourselves across all time, space, universes, lifetimes, dimensions, and incarnations. We raise it all up to the highest vibrational frequency possible. And we release all energies that perhaps we were holding and send those back with light and love. No entanglements. Nothing but light and love. We feel our chakra system continuing to open wider and wider, being more and more fueled, more and more fortified. We feel all that does not serve, all that is not unconditional love, being dissolved into these wonderful, beautiful energies, transmuted into unconditional love as our frequency continues to go up, up, and up, as we become, as the source energy that is coming down into us now, the highest vibrational frequency of unconditional love. All the energy that is coming down through our energy column, grounding us all the way to Mother Earth, going through our Earth Star chakra, through our Chiron wound healing, Mother Earth holding us tightly at the crystalline grid in the core. Energy flowing up and down now, pure source energy from Mother Earth to source, source to Mother Earth, pure source energy to the crystalline grid and back. A beautiful positive energy loop up and down through our energy column, our two natures of energy balanced. All of our chakras loose, free flowing, everything is flowing freely, perfectly, not too much, not too little. Again, across all time, space, universes, lifetimes, dimensions, incarnations, past, present, and future. All is as it should be for us to live the most beautiful, high vibrational, best and highest good reality here and now. Breathe it in and exhale out. Just breathe it in. And as you breathe in, you see darkness, complete and utter darkness. It may feel as if you can't breathe for a moment. That's okay. We are back to the beginning. It'll only last for a moment. exhale out. Breathe in again. And the light is coming. Bright, bright light. The light of in the beginning, when there was energy, neither bad nor good, just energy. The beginning of all things, the beginning of you, as you connect to source energy. You feel it shining on you now, from the darkness you were in to now being engulfed in bright, golden, white light with silver rays as well. You may feel it in your third eye. You may feel it in your high heart chakra, maybe through the crown, maybe the solar plexus, perhaps even the sacral or the navel. You may feel some stimulation in the past life chakra. If so, we call in silver light to purify, so we retain the knowledge, the good, but pull the energy forward for this timeline now. Our best and highest good now. And as we bask in this energy from in the beginning, when energy was neither bad nor good, being amplified by the pyramid shapes that we are within, feel it coming into the heart space, bridged by the high heart chakra to the throat, to the communication chakra. Just allow all of your beingness to be filled and receive any messages that you may be getting. Remember, you may get them later, you may journal them later, or they may come now. Being taken to very high frequencies of unconditional love, to the expansiveness. Feel yourself becoming more and more and more expansive. The light just expanding outward and outward and outward. The white golden light of you glowing bigger and bigger and bigger, starting in your heart space and growing out and out and out and out and out. You are worthy of the most beautiful, expansive existence below, just as you experience here now above. True unconditional love, true joy, true beauty, true harmony, true order. All the love you feel here wishes to come down through you and be shared with another. Through physical, mental, emotional, and spiritual intimacy. Resonant energies. Energy coming in now for the strength to bond with this person, to communicate with this person clearly, to stand in your worth, but to do so with grace and ease and from a place of love, unconditional love. Simply bask in the energies. See yourself in this beautiful relationship. See yourself being treated the way you always know You've always known you deserve to be treated with respect and dignity. Feel the tactileness of embraces, kisses, the intimacy of eyes looking into eyes, fingers interlaced into fingers, bodies intertwined together, all the things that energy cannot feel but knows of, and has slowed its molecules down to form you an experience with a beautiful, resonant energy for a beautiful as above, peaceful, calm, unconditional love experience below. Feel that love. Feel that peace. Feel that joy. Feel that bliss. Breathe it in. Hold it. And know that this is what you are to know below in your intimate relationship, and you have the right to it and the right to speak up for it. As the bright golden light comes in now again, more and more intense, exhale. Just breathe it all in and out as the energy becomes more and more expansive, more and more intense. All things are a relationship. We are relational beings. All things are relative. You are worthy, and you have it to give. You have the right to receive. Put yourself in the energy of being unconditional love and accept it when it comes to you. Meditate on what that looks like to you, what that means to you. Focus your thoughts on it at times when you're alone and thinking about how you want your life to be, your quote-unquote person to be. How do you want to feel? What do you want to be? What do you want to experience? The energy and the music will continue when you're ready and according to your own breath.